Hey there. All right, today we're going to talk about a topic that everybody hates. The big, bad, you know, elephant in the room of sales. Sales. And I'm here to tell you, you got to get good at sales. You've got to stop being afraid of the sale if you want to grow your business and get to fully booked. Okay. I understand there is a lot of people out there that have done sales wrong. And we've all experienced the used car salesman. And even in the online space, I was just talking to somebody telling her that I took a workshop and I was like, oh, of course, at the end there was a sales pitch. But, I wasn't offended by it. I knew it was coming. I mean, it's just standard practice anymore. It's like you give a little bit of value and then they obviously upsell you into something else. It's part of the process, right? You've got to stop being afraid of the sale. Sales is not sleazy. It is not spammy. It is not any of those things. Sales is what makes the world go round. You don't walk into the grocery store and get offended when they sell you something. You don't get offended when you go through the Starbucks line and the first thing out of their mouth is, "Hi, welcome to Starbucks. Can we get you something to eat today?" They're selling you immediately. The second you pull up to that freaking drive-through, window, they are selling you, right? Like, you don't get offended by that. So why in your own world do you feel as though when you talk to somebody and say, "Hey, here's how I can help you. Here's what it looks like. Here's what it costs. Here's what the investment is," whatever word you want to use, why does that feel sleazy, right? Like, think about it. Put yourself in that same exact situation as in Starbucks. Like, you're in line at Starbucks because you want to be there. And this is the key piece here, right? Sales is not spammy when you are dealing with clients that already know they need you, right? They already know that they want you. When you pull into the Starbucks line, you already know you're there to buy something, right? You just maybe aren't sure. And so when somebody tells you, like, "Oh, by the way, have you tried this new drink?" Or, "Oh, by the way, I have this option as well." Like, you don't get offended by it because that's what you're there to do. You're there to buy. And that's what you have to remember when you are talking to different prospects, when you're having conversations, is that you want to be working with the people that are ready to buy. And when people are ready to buy, they expect to be sold to. I signed up for that workshop the other day expecting to be sold to some other program. That's okay. It doesn't mean I'm going to say yes. I don't know if I'm going to say yes. I have no idea what it looks like, right? But it was her job to educate me. It was her job to prove to me that she was the expert that I needed. And as soon as she proved to me that she was the expert that I needed, then I expected her to sell me. Tell me how I can work with you. Okay? That's the difference. The reason you're finding sales per se to be so hard is because you're trying to sell to the wrong people. You're trying to sell to the people that aren't ready to be sold to. You're trying to sell to the people that don't have the money to invest in you. And you're trying to sell to the people that really aren't sure that you're the person that they need, right? And so that's when sales becomes hard. That's when sales becomes sleazy. But I want you to just understand that the people that are your ideal clients are expecting to be sold to at some point. Like, let's just be honest. I'm just going to say it. Like, sales is sales. It's what makes the world go round. Again, it's what makes us all make money. So you got to get good at it. And I want you to just take the emotion out of it, right? Take the emotion out of it. And I think if you think about it, like, why do used car sales people do so well or whatever? Like, because there is no real emotion to it. But if you've had a good experience with a sales guy, you'll understand that, like, they're not attached to the outcome of it, right? Like, they're just doing their job. They're just doing their job because that's what they get paid to do. They make a commission on every sale that they get made. Just because you're a business owner, you need to think about it the same way. Selling is your job. This is now your job to sell. So take the emotion out of it. There's nothing emotional inside of it except for the fact that you know that you are the person that your ideal clients need. You know you can solve a problem, and it's up to you to tell them how. And it's up to them to tell you what kind of commitment you're looking for, right? That's when the sale happens. That's the extent of really what sales is. It doesn't need to be anything more spammy or anything like that. So again, and the reality is that Same with if you're talking about yourself online. This is talking about obviously if you're face to face or one on one or on the phone with somebody. But the reality is the same holds true in your content. Like, don't be afraid to sell in your content. You need to let people know how they can work with you. You need to let people know that they can buy from you, because there are people out there that want to buy from you, but you're not letting them. So stop being afraid of the sale. That's the key takeaway here. Stop being afraid of sales. Take the emotion out of it. You know what I mean? It's your, I hate to use that word job, but I want you to really think about it. Like, this is your job. You are being paid to sell people your offers. You know, if you had a job like at Starbucks or in a car dealership or in wherever, it doesn't matter. That's what you would get paid to do. So why don't you want to do it for yourself? Why don't you want to do it for yourself? You got to find a way to get good at it. If you want to get fully booked, if you want to move your business forward, if you want to grow, you've got to get used to the sales. Point blank, end of story. All right, I'll talk to you later.